Hey, first grade, welcome back to Sentences Today. We're going to keep reading about mermaids. Let's go ahead and take a look at the words that we are going to be using this week. We have I, mermaid, the, sight, of, gasped, laughed, at, her, trembled, swimming, splashing, whale. Yesterday, I gasped at the sight of the mermaid. Let's see what's going to happen today. The mermaid seemed to be having a lot of fun in the water. She dove in the air and back into the waves, and her tail flipped. She moved her arms in smooth strokes. She'd come up for air every so often and then dive beneath the surface. The way she moved through the water was amazing. I gasped. What did I gasp at? Well, I just went and described how she was swimming, so maybe I gasped at the sight of her swimming. Let's see. I could say I gasped at the sight of her swimming. Perfect. I'm going to add that sentence to my notebook. I'm on the same notebook page or piece of paper that I started yesterday, and I'm going to add my new sentence. Now, if I was writing a story, I know that I would keep going on this line, but it's sentence of the day, and I really want to practice my sentence structure, so we know I'm going to go to a new line. And I can say, I gasped at the sight of her. Oh, now it does look like I have some space before that pink line, but is that enough space for my word swimming? No. And in first grade, we don't want to practice splitting our words. You'll learn about that much later on. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my last word, swimming, down to the next line. I gasped at the sight of her swimming. Okay, now the first thing I need to do is separate my subject from my predicate, my who or what, from my doing telling part. And let me look at my sentence. Yeah, I think the whole sentence is about me again. It's about I. So I'm going to separate it right there. So I'm going to underline I with red because it is my subject. Now, what is my predicate? What am I doing in the sentence? What is it telling about me or I? Well, it's telling me that I gasped at the sight of her swimming. So that's my predicate, and I'm going to underline it in green. Now, there's two more really important parts that every sentence has. A capital at the beginning and punctuation at the end. And, oh, Miss Lime, I forgot my capital letter. I was too excited at the thought of seeing that mermaid swimming that I just totally didn't even put one. I need to change this lowercase I to a capital I. That's important because it's the beginning of a sentence, but also because when I is by itself, it needs to be capitalized no matter what. And, oh, I do have punctuation, and I just used a period, and I think I'm just going to keep it as a period. I know yesterday I used that exclamation point to tell me I was kind of excited in my sentence, but today I think it's really just a telling sentence. Okay, if you need more time to finish copying this sentence down, go ahead and pause the video. When you're all done, make sure you mark all the different parts of your sentence. Go ahead and add a picture now of the mermaid swimming. Oh man, it sounded really cool. When it's all done, take a picture of your notebook or the piece of paper that you're working on to turn that in on Seesaw. Make sure you click that green check mark when you're done.